Hi guys, I hope you're all having a wonderful day, and today we're going to be looking at Nock, the new operator that has just come out today, and how to play her. So Nock is a 2-speed, 2-arm attacker, and her role is to flank and focus on the roamers. Now this may seem like a very difficult job, and that's because it is. That's why Nock is a 3 difficulty operator, but today I will hopefully try and make that a bit easier for you. Now before playing Nock, you're obviously going to need to have good map knowledge and game sense. So if you don't have either of those two, and then this is going to be 10 times harder than normal. So to summarize Nock's gadget, her gadget basically allows her to go invisible to cameras like Vigil, and for the main reason I use her is because she can silent step like Caveira. Think of Nock as Vigil and Caveira put together, but is an attacker. Her gadget is also run on a resource meter, the same as Vigil and Caveira, and can be activated on and off whenever you want as long as it is above 20% of its capacity. Nock is invisible to every sort of camera in the game whilst her gadget is activated. The only ones that can detect that she's in the camera view, like the edges will create a white waveform effect like how Vigil does, is Mozzie drones and Echo drones. However, for the other cameras, apart from Mozzie drones and Echo drones, if you have the gadget activated and you sprint or climb, mantle, pretty much everything apart from walking, and then it will have a glitch form, so they can basically see you if you are sprinting whilst having the gadget activated. You can stand up and just walk, just as long as you're not holding shift to sprint, and then you are fine. So your goal as Nock is to sneak around the map and kill off any roamers. Once you have cleared all the roamers, and then feel free to sneak to the objective and take the enemies by surprise. A good thing to do with Nock, which is what I do, and it's been working out really good recently within Operation Phantom Sight, is spawn as far away from the objective as possible, and in the preparation phase with your drone, hunt down the roamers and check where they are planning to roam, and make sure your path is clear before you spawn in and take it. So wherever you are planning to enter in the building, put your drone there by where you're going to enter and just check if there's any roamers, and then if not, and then just quickly rush into the building. As because the enemies won't really expect you to be in the building so early. So you know there's no roamers by where you want to enter, you quickly get in the building, and then you pretty much just hunt down the entire building. Check every angle as you make your way through the map and kill those roamers. Now obviously there are different ways of playing Nock, and she does take a lot of practice, so be aware of that. One way of playing her is like how I just mentioned, which is heavily focusing on taking out the roamers and flanking, which is her specific role. Or you have the Ash Rush 2.0, which is where you enter the building as soon as possible, not worry about roamers, and sneak your way into the objective in 10 seconds. Now obviously this isn't the smartest way to play her, and I don't recommend this, but this is another way of playing her. While you're sneaking around the building, don't drone that much, due to the fact that you want to be quiet as possible and don't want to give away your location. Now there may be certain points where you would need to drone, which is understandable, and you should definitely do that if needed, but I personally don't use my drone that much as when playing Nock, especially in the first minute, because it makes sound when pulling out your phone, and obviously you are very vulnerable when on your phone, sitting still. This is something your team should be doing. Your team should be the ones droning and you should be the one flanking. And of course as a team you all fill in different roles, so let your team do the droning and you flank the enemies like I just mentioned. But if your team is dead, and if it's like a 1v2 or whatever, and then maybe using a drone is probably the smartest thing to do. But like I said, in the first minute, don't use your drone that much. And for her weapons, she has the FMG9 that Smoke comes equipped with, which isn't the strongest weapons. You're going to need to do a good job in flanking and getting that first shot advantage, or just get headshot. And the 612 suppress that Legion comes equipped with, which I do not recommend you use. I recommend you use the FMG9. And for her secondary, she comes equipped with a 5.7 or the Deagle. They are both very reliable pistols, but I recommend you use the Deagle with that muzzle brake or silencer. I personally use the muzzle brake, but it is your choice what you choose. And for her secondary gadget, she currently at the moment she doesn't have a claymore, which I would say use the claymore over everything. But so the claymore isn't fully removed, so don't fear, they are going to come back. But for the time being, I would recommend you use the flashbangs if you want to play aggressively, or breaching charges if you want to make your way around the map. However, be careful because they may make a lot of sound, or if you just want to get into the building in general, or just blow any goddamn thing up. So to conclude with today's quick guide, if you guys want me to go more in depth and cover every single point, and then let me know in the comments down below. And so yeah, so to conclude, you pretty much just want to scare the hell out of the enemies until they have a heart attack and can't breathe and choke and die miserably. Very miserably. Very miserably. Anyway, that's how to get Diamond 101 easy. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Hope you all have a wonderful day, night, evening, and as always, goodbye.